Good evening and welcome to Rinkside with Red Hockey. Tonight the Telford Tigers take on the MK Lightning. A little earlier on, I spoke to Marcus Maynard.
So, I think it's fair to call you a utility player at the moment, isn't it?
Well, it looks like that way.
So you played a couple of shifts up front yesterday.
Yeah. Obviously, we were a little bit short, and with Novi going as well, I just had to fill in a role up front.
And that, of course, leaves it a bit loose at the back. Where are you playing tonight, or don't you know?
I'm back up front again tonight on the third line with Bowsy and Dale. So.
Do you enjoy playing up front?
I don't mind. I'd prefer to be at the back, but I'll do a job up front.
Yeah, and you do a lot of damage in front of the netminder, screening them in. You've got the presence in the net as well.
Yeah, it's my type of game. I'll go down there, bump the defenders, get in the way, annoy them a little bit. So.
Good luck in tonight's game against
Cheers.
MK.
So tonight, Alan, the Tigers take on MK Lightning. Quite a crucial game as they're level on points at the moment.
They're all becoming crucial now. They're into the end of the season, and yes, the Tigers are level on points with Milton Keynes, although they do have a game in hand. But the slip-up last night for the Tigers was a defeat. Hasn't made their job tonight any easier.
So let's take a look at the first period action. Okay, the players line up. Referee Boardman puts his arm in the air. Szabo, Babrea, and Plant is the first line. So we've had an adjustment again with Novak not icing. Christie holds up Dan Scott on the boards. Barkalik backhands the puck over and into the end zone. Cowney tries to get the shot away, only gets as far as Danny Rose. They jostle on the boards for possession of the puck. It comes out to the slot. Barkalik reaches for the puck. Danny Rose takes it off him. He does manage to pick it up, gets the shot away, and Sam Gospel makes the save. This time, a wrist shot from the point, and Gospel making 2 saves within the first 26 seconds. Novak had a couple of shifts on centre, and you haven't got that. You need to win these draws to generate the plays.
It's a nightmare for him. It's an absolute nightmare for him.
Milton Keynes, Tatum sends the puck down the ice.
Miller, Davis bringing up the second line now. Plant was on third last night, so he's been pushed up a couple.
Well, he might be doubling up.
Yep.
Andre. Macroft doubled up, and the strike coming in for Joe Miller, and the first goal of the game. The pass comes in. The second assist will go to Martin Andre. Passed up to the right wing. Danny Davies tips it forward. Joe Miller drives towards the top of the circle, lets the wrist shot go to the left-hand side of the netminder, and pops it in the back of the net. Goal number 1 for the Telford Tigers. Scored on 48 seconds by 57 Joe Miller, and that'll start the Tigers off. Barkalik drives forward, being forced out of the play by Szabo, but Cowney walks in, makes a shot, and it's a pad save from the right leg pad of Sam Gospel, sends the puck careering into the corner. And now Plant, backhand pass over to Peter Szabo, curls in front of MK's bench, stops, delays, there's a battle for possession of the puck. Emmersick now skated out for the MK Lightning, carries it over the blue line, fires a shot at Gospel, makes the save, the rebound cleared by Martin Andre, off the boards.
You can see the tactics here. They're peppering Sam Gospel.
Yeah.
They're absolutely peppering.
Get the shots away early.
Yeah,
and if you look at the stats from last night, you can see why they do that.
Yeah,
penalty call. Both of them. Bakalik and Martin Andre. And Bakalik gives him a bit of a shove as he goes towards the penalty box. But the referee has taken them both out fairly early. And this is what you'd call a chill-out penalty.
Right.
If there's 2 players and it looks like it's going to niggle, give them 2 minutes each to calm down. And they'll either come out the box and get on with the game, or they'll go and get it done.
I didn't see what Andre did. Obviously,
I didn't.
He obviously did something for Bakalik to retaliate. Bakalik swiped at the bottom of his skate and kind of half tripped him up.
Yeah. On 5 minutes and 15 seconds, the gate's open.
Bakalik is coming out of the penalty box, and
if they've had an import tossed early doors, that's a massive blow.
Well, absolutely.
For the MK Lightning.
I can only assume he said something as he's been sent off for the penalty. But you know what this can do when you have a key
Certainly
player.
can.
They can turn the game around in your favour.
Yeah. Danny Rose goes into the corner, clears the puck of ice, goes as far as the point, shot on net. Stick save from Sam Gospel, deflects the puck into the soft play corner of the ice rink. Now, Szabo drives forward, steps past Farn, walks in, shoots.
Shot into Skins.
And Skins makes the save, but he wasn't quite sure where the rebound ended up. Now, the defenseman shoved Peter Szabo, and as he fell forward, he ended up putting his hands on the back of the netminder, but there's only 20 seconds till the Tigers get a 3-minute power play. Brea stretched past to Plant on the left wing, drives down. Milton Keynes step up to take the body, tip the puck out to neutral ice. Emmesick skates onto it, hits the blue line, comes down the middle lane, fires at Sam Gospel. A leg pad save, deflects out, and it's picked up from Emmesick by Max Brea. Brea drives over. Pete Russell with his arm in the air. Plant lost his left foot and was offside.
Wasn't called.
And you can see Pete Russell getting really frustrated with the linesman.
Well, you've seen Boardman's laid his case out now. I think Pete Russell can't get too frustrated.
And the thing is, you call a big penalty like that. You know, I said about a cool-off penalty.
Yep.
Suddenly the players are like, whoa.
Yep. He's made it clear how he's going to run the game.
Yeah. And to be fair, if it was going to spot... Chamberlain has a 1-on-0, 2-on-0. Barclay and Emmesick. And a beautiful kill from number 11. It was Hook. You'd got the turnover came in neutral ice from Chamberlain. Suddenly, Chamberlain and Hook realise they're behind the Telford defence. They've got a 2-on-0. They pass the puck between themselves 3 or 4 times, and then Gospel pulls in the direction of Christie, passes it across to Hook, who pops it in the back of the net. So Milton Keynes score a short-handed goal on 7 minutes and 47 seconds. Now Milton Keynes on the break. Emmesick drives in front of the team store. Jameson hovering in front of the slot area. Emmesick takes it round the back of the net, puts it to Jameson, tries for the first time shot, slightly misfired. It gets as far as Sam Gospel, deflects the save towards the waiting Telford defenceman to clear the puck round the boards. But Jameson, if he'd have connected on that first time shot.
Here we go, face off in the Milton Keynes end. Minute and 22 of the power play.
Zabo takes the draw. Milton Keynes win it. Go back. Tries to clear out. Macroft keeps it in. He's playing on the point for the power play, which is where he lines up. He tries for that half-cocked first-time shot if Sam Zajac can get the pass across. But at the moment, it's very scrappy in the corner as there's a real battle on the boards to try and free up the puck in the slider skate job corner. Battling from side to side. Peter Zabo switches sides left to right. Puck goes up to the point. Macroft gets the first time shot, and Dean Skins reads it well, catches the puck with his catching mitt. Just in front of MK's bench. Puts it to the back post to Miller. Miller tries to get it through to Macroft. He flicks at the puck, it's bouncing around. Davies retreats it, sends it into the corner. Zajac keeps it in on the blue line. Dumps it down behind the net, deflects off the boards. Picked up by Peter Zabo, backhanded into the corner to Miller, backhands it up to Zabo, across to Macroft, walks over, puts it to Danny Davies, who'd got an empty net on the back post, and the puck bobbles across, and I don't think Davies could believe that it didn't end up in the back of the net. They'd pulled Skins out of position. Milton Keynes shoot, the rebound comes off, Emmesick picks it up in the corner. Carries the puck up to the high slot, delays it round. Jameson fires a shot, takes a deflection from Danny Rose's stick, goes up into the glass. Drops into the corner, shot comes in the front from Cowney, and it comes to the end of the first period where we finish with Milton Keynes on 1 and the Telford Tigers on 1. So the first period started really well for the Telford Tigers. Miller getting the goal on 48 seconds, walked in, beautifully executed, and then the wheels fell off.
Absolutely, Miller took a cracking goal to take a 1-0 lead, and then we saw Backelrick sort of controversially ejected for the game for what's being given as a spearing penalty, although it's a big talking point right now. Yeah. And then the Tigers should have used that to up the momentum. Sadly, it went the other way. The
Tigers came out of that with a 3-minute power play after Martin's 2-minute penalty, and they conceded on it.
Absolutely not good enough to concede on a short-handed play like that. And you know, as I said, it should have spurned them on, seeing Backelrick kicked out, because he's a key guy for Milton Keynes.
He is.
And it worked quite the opposite. It's up Milton Keynes' game, and they've played rather brilliantly.
It did unify the MK Lightning. Let's see what they do in the second period as we take a look at the next period action. So the puck drops, heads back, goes down ice, and it's going end to end. Plant just curls back in his own end, banks it off the boards over to Max Brea, walks in,
away, son.
drops to Plant, winds it up. And now Zabo is having a little bit of a battle in front of the net. They exchanged a few words. Rose walks in, shoots, and he goes for the sort of snapshot, and Skins scoops it out of the air. There's a bit of a battle now going on between Davis and Jameson. Jameson, a good 1.5 foot taller than Danny Davis. Macroft comes in from the high slot, backhands the shot towards the net. Joe Miller,
now you
defenseman, turning
the
away.
Crowd now, because Skins has pulled the nets off and the play wasn't anywhere near.
Yeah, However, the play's carried on, so he's got to put them back on.
I think he caught his skate. I didn't know he physically went and pulled them off. His skate hit them and they came off, but the play was a
Milton
good
Keynes.
3 or 4 metres away.
Griffin takes the puck behind the net. Macroft puts him under pressure. Zajac steps up, gets a shot away. Deflected away at the way from Griffin, and it comes on, and Macroft picked up the puck. Callum Bowley comes drifting down, nice and easy into the slot, gets the pass from Macroft and fires it home. 72, Callum Bowley gets himself on the score sheet, putting Telford Tigers in front once again. 24 minutes and 43 seconds. Scored by 72, Callum Bowley. Assisted by 11, Macroft. Time of the goal, 24 minutes and 43 seconds. As a battle, Sam Gospel tight against his post. The puck comes out. Macroft now drives forward on the halfway line. Miller's in the supporting role. Macroft makes the shot. The puck deflects from Christie up towards the boards, drops down towards Dean Skins, and the net's off once again as the puck drifts over towards the Lockers' corner. We'll be back with more ice hockey action straight after the break. Welcome back to the Telford Tigers versus Milton Keynes Lightning. This is Rinkside with Red Hockey. Jameson plays the body. Martin Andre shugs him off beautifully. Zajac skates out with the puck, drives it up on the right wing, passes across to find Babrea. A little stick check there from Griffin on the defence, who takes Szabo out against the boards. And there's a bit of a tie-up with Peter Szabo and Griffin, but the referee's right there, telling the two of them to play on. Farn tries to cut inside. Great stick check from Sam Zajac, keeping the puck out in neutral ice. Milton Keynes trying to tip it forward. Farn gets a bouncing pass, but the puck runs on. Martin Andre backhands it out.
Macroft was well high on his own and he just couldn't get him planned, just couldn't get the move to him.
Macroft now drives forward, fakes it on the left side, walks it in, pulls it round the D-man, fires it, and he hit the crossbar. Miller has the puck in neutral ice, backhands it across to the feet of Callum Bowley, kicks it forward, backhands it off the boards. Dale White puts the pressure on. Milton Keynes defenseman loses his footing. White gains the puck, but then Milton Keynes too quick to recover now. Hook drives forward, gets the shot away.
Oh, and he followed up into Gospel a little bit.
Yeah,
there.
Gospel made the save, but as he made the save, his balance was on the right foot as he stepped forward. So he was only on 1 foot as he caught the puck.
Got to dump it in, and there it goes.
Puts it on the backhand, and the train that was Jameson comes in, but only goes as far as the sidings rather than hitting the target.
Babrea with another huge hit on Blazamazik. Puts him on his backside. He's up, he's okay, he's a strong fella. But blimey, that Babrea train was there.
Sends a message out to Jameson on how to land a hit as well. Plant forward to Macroft, fakes, cuts inside, shoots and scores!
What a beautiful goal!
Once again, Macroft takes the puck, dinks not 1, 2, but 2 defensemen, walks in, the next Milton Keynes player closes him down to shut the angle. He releases the shot from the forehand of the right side and beats Dean Skins between his left leg pad and the right post as we look at it to put goal number 3 on the clock for the Telford Tigers, scored by number 11, Andre Macroft. And it's exactly the same thing as he did a couple of plays ago.
Exactly. I hope Tom Watkins has got his name on the bottom of a bit of paper for next season because he's been a turnaround for this club. Absolute diamond of a find.
Miller backhands it forward to Dan Scott. Milton Keynes turn it over. A bit of a mid-ice transition even. Miller tips it forward, off the board, skates down, kicks the puck forward. Delays it to Davis, off to Macroft, who fires it in the net once again, beating Dean Skins on the right-hand side, just seconds after his last goal. Number 11, Andre Macroft, beautifully executing that goal. The pass coming across from Dan Davis, play generated on the boards at the halfway line by Joe Miller. Forward into Davis, across to Macroft, walks it in, and a carbon copy of the shot past the right-hand side of Dean Skins into the back of the net to make it 4-1 at 31 minutes and 45 seconds. Telford Tigers versus MK Lightning. Both teams level on points as we came into tonight's game.
And this will give the
Martin
Tigers,
Andre,
if it stays like this, a little bit of breathing space. With the game in hand as well, of course.
Szabo sends the puck off, and you try to get a tip from Max Babrea in front of the net, but Skins had that post nice and tight with his leg pad to prevent the bouncing puck just drifting into the corner. Plant working the corner in front of the Tigers team store. Backhands it down to Szabo. Milton Keynes clear it out to neutral ice. Martin Andre powers back to pick up the puck. Turns up ice, comes down the centre lane, stretch pass out to Plant, picks it up on the blue line, walks into trouble but recovers the puck beautifully. Sends the puck into the corner. Plant walks it out and gets it. Oh! Bebrea cuts in front and I lost sight of the puck for a minute. And Jarrellin now sends it forward for MK. Emmersick on the far side gets the shot across the front of Sam Gospel into the corner. County recovers the puck, passes back to Emmersick. Back passes to County. Jameson's waiting in the slot area and the puck bounced over his stick.
That team's got nothing to lose. Plant forechecking hard. Last 20 seconds of this period, the clock ticks down.
Farn steps up.
MK are still making some breaks, they're still getting around the net. As Hook is free in the front of the net, he's got Andre with him. Puck's behind, Hook goes behind, picks it up, forces Andre into the barrier. As the Tigers struggle to clear again, they're very poor at clearing.
And now there's a bit of an altercation going, pushing and shoving against the boards right on the end of the period. So at the end of the second period, suddenly the Tigers find themselves 4-1 in front.
It's strange where that came from, didn't it? Because the game was very, very numb, as I described it. You know, it was nothing very exciting happened. Milton Keynes in the first period picked themselves up after the loss of Baccarat, and the Tigers kind of cancelled that out. A couple of classic goals from Markroft and one from Callum Bowley.
Yeah, I don't think the team performance improved that much. What did change was the execution of those goals. When you take a look at both Bowley's and the two from Markroft, it really did the business, particularly the patience that he showed when he stick-handled the puck, and that waiting for a defenseman to commit felt like a lifetime, and as soon as he did, took it in the other direction, opened up some great space.
It's pure skill and class, and if we look about 20 seconds before his first goal, he could have had a hat-trick, he hit the crossbar, did exactly the same move, very, very clever hands, and as you say, not to rush the shot away, take another step and take the shot and score the goal.
And that takes some balls to sort of wait and hold up. Let's take a look to see if that momentum stays with the Telford Tigers in the third period action. Referee Boardman puts his hand in the air, drops the puck. Milton Keynes win it. It was Emmersick that took the draw. Heads back to Christie. D-to-D pass. And now Milton Keynes, look up ice, skate up to the blue line, pass across to Emmersick, goes off the boards, round Bebrea, into the corner. Sam Zajac picks it up, banks it off the boards. Bebrea hits the halfway line, dumps it corner to corner, into loose now. Chamberlain off to the left wing. The delayed pass comes up to the slot, but ends up back in neutral ice, and suddenly the D-to-D passes. Milton Keynes in the offside position, and then Chamberlain had to power his way out to get past the blue line before forcing his team offside.
Tattinen's been very quiet tonight.
He has, he really has.
His name much.
It's been sort of Hook again drives forward. He got that first Milton Keynes goal. Delayed pass to Chamberlain from Hook. The puck's loose, goes out to the side netting. Griffin shoots into the body of Sam Zajac.
Well, Sam's been forward defence and netminder now.
Yeah. Dale White picks it up for Telford, passes forward to Bowley, cuts inside of Farn, gives him a shove.
It's 4-3 to the Bison now down at Swindon. Hull are 6-3 up at Sheffield.
That'll go. A hand pass can be completed in your own end, so Martin Andre just taps the puck down. It goes to Bebrea, but because it's inside the defensive end, that's permitted. The puck goes around the boards. Oh! Tatton pushing and shoving and giving a bit of elbow to Joe Miller. It gives him a shove, but a smart play from Miller because he left his stick down and shoved him with his fist rather than cross-checking him. And he's going back and he sort of locks out with Tatton. He's like, what do you do? Chamberlain's trying to come in with a supporting role, coming in from the back, and the linesman pull Chamberlain away. But ultimately, Miller really unhappy with the challenge on the boards there, with a couple of digs from Tatton. Alice Stanley has just looked at me. I've known Alice for about 20 years, the lineswoman. It's just gone, what are they doing? Looking at the empty net as if to say, like, 3.5 minutes. You're crying out for an empty net goal. Christie.
Will Telford get an empty net goal? Oh, and then
Jameson tries for the tip. And the puck goes round and Milton Keynes shoot from Christie, and it bobbles over the crossbar, and now Bebrea picks up the puck. It drops to his feet. And Christie bats it forward. Bebrea backhands it down. And Milton Keynes. Oh, and Bebrea goes.
Now.
He really lost it then.
Who's it with, Christie?
I think it was. He saw that as a cheap shot and dropped the gloves and just went for it. Let's see how that one's going to pan out.
Well, that's livened it up a little bit. Well, he's adamant. He's right. He's still having it. He's being guided away, but he's looking back and arguing. He's adamant he was right, and that's uncharacteristic of Max Bebrea.
One thing, as a referee for God knows how many years in this league, first thing I would do now is look at the clock.
Yeah.
A 2+2 takes them both out of the game.
Yeah.
They won't re-hit the ice. But...
And Andre and... Who's Andre? They're chirping off now.
Jameson. Jameson. He hasn't had a good game tonight. The puck's bounced off his stick many a time.
Yeah. He's waiting to wind one up.
Yeah, it's half-cocked. Shot and goal from, I think it was Gerventi.
Yes,
just shot the puck on the ice. Just went between the left foot of Sam Gospel and the right post. So now you've got a 4-3 game on your hands.
4-2.
4-2 game on your hands. So, but there's exactly 2 minutes left. Davis getting pushed and shoved, battling on the boards to free the puck out. 20 seconds of the game remaining.
And
Danny Davis held on the boards by Gerventi.
There's 3 of them and he held it there. Well played.
Good work from Danny Davis.
20 seconds.
Jameson walks up, winds up for the shot, shoots wide to the left. Gospels pushes it with his stick. Davis deflects it off the boards, and we tick down to the final seconds. And the Telford Tigers beat MK Lightning 4-2 in the Telford ice rink.
So, a good result, but not the prettiest of games.
No, it's always going to be tough tonight, and we got the result, which was huge. The players dug in, worked real hard. At times we were on the back foot a lot. Sammy Gospel was big for us, and we needed that tonight. We had a really strong second period, and we were able to kind of play the third off the back of that.
So the Telford Tigers coming up with a convincing win against the MK Lightning this evening. The next home game is on Sunday against the Swindon Wildcats. It's a 6 o'clock face-off. Tickets available online from tigershockeyuk.com. This is Rinkside with Red Hockey.